got the juice, I got the juice. 10 old Chatham's on. Foolies glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm on. Rest in peace to my bag.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Best NHL Clips here, and today I'm coming back at you with another story. So, before we get into that, this time I have some Call of Duty gameplay on the screen right now instead of the regular NHL 16 ESHL. Let me know what you like. I mean, it's fun to switch it up every once in a while. If you guys like Call of Duty and like the gameplays, then maybe I'll stick to this for the story videos. But other than that, let's get into the story. So today I'm going to be telling you about this crazy fucking drunk guy who used to live in my building. And for some reason, I thought about this because I was at the casino the other day and actually saw him there. And of course, he was hammered. So when I say this guy's fucked up, I mean he is fucked up. Like, he does some really weird stuff and he's always drunk. Always drunk. And he used to be my neighbor. So before I get into the part where I tell you what this story actually is, I'm going to tell you a couple little things that he's done in the past, such as leaving bologna, slices of bologna, at people's doors. Yes, he would leave sliced meat at people's doors. Why? Nobody knows the answer. Neither does he. He was hammered. So another one is one time we walked out into the hallway in the morning, and apparently he was up all night doing a little construction on his door because he had foam sealed his entire door shut. And when we asked him what it was for, he said it was so the spiders in the hall don't get into his house. Man, this guy must be on some good stuff. So now that you know how fucked up this guy really is, let me tell you what this story actually is. So one time I was hanging out with a couple of buddies and we were just running back to my place real quick. That way we can pick up some drinks and go out for the night. So we come back to my place, and instead of having them all come into my house and stuff, they decided just to wait in the hall. And I said, yeah, that's fine. Anyways, about 5 minutes later, I hear a bunch of drumming, banging, somebody is playing the drums. And literally, I walk out in the hall, my friends look at me like, what the fuck is going on? And this guy, of course, is absolutely hammered, and he has his drum set out in the hallway. He must have set it up or something, and he's playing the drums in the middle of the hall. And we walk out and we're like, what are you doing there, man? What's going on? He's just like, oh, I used to be a musician, so I'm just practicing. And we're like, oh, you were a musician, eh? He's like, yeah, I know all the big names, Bon Jovi, Leonard Skinner. We hang out all the time. Actually, Bon Jovi was at my place last week. I was like, oh, he was here last week? And he was like, no, this is where I store all my music equipment. I actually have a mansion. Yeah, no, this is just where I store my music equipment. I'm like, oh, you're here an awful lot for that music equipment, eh? He's like, well, I'm always on tour, going here and there. I'm like, oh, so you're in a band? And he's like, no, not right now. Right now, I'm just kind of hanging out with some friends and stuff. I'm like, all right, man. And as he's saying this, he's slurring his speech, stumbling because he's drunk. He's hammered. So anyways, he decides to pack in the drum set for the night, goes in his house, and at this point, I'm sitting out with my friends, and we're talking like, what the fuck did we just witness? So we're talking about that, and that's when he pulls this stunt. He comes out, trips over his doorstop, kind of falls into the wall, but keeps himself up, and he's like, man, I have always wanted to do this. And we just look at him like, what? What are you gonna do? And the guy proceeds to take a potato that he must have had in his hand and toss it on the ground in the hallway. And we're all kind of confused. And then he pulls out a driver, like a golfing driver, and he says, hold my beer. And he holds us one of his beer. And he's like, oh, you don't know how long I've been waiting to do this. And I'm looking up at the cameras like, is somebody seeing this right now? Is somebody watching this happen? Because give me this fucking tape. So this guy hands us his beer, and he starts killing himself laughing, stumbling all over the place. And he's like, all right, let me take some practice swings here. Winds up, and on his backswing smokes the fucking roof. Yeah, buddy, we're in a building. What did you expect? And of course, to him, he just starts killing himself laughing even more. So he's sitting there, and he's like, this is going to be the best thing I think I've ever done. And sure enough, he fucking swings and smokes the potato down the hall. And it shatters into a bunch of pieces. And he just rolls on the floor laughing. And at this point, I'm killing myself laughing too. Because how often does somebody just I've always wanted to do this, and smokes a potato with a golf club in a hallway of a building. Like, this guy is a champ, but he's so fucked up, and he's kind of intimidating because you never know what he's gonna do next. But anyways, boys, I just wanted to tell you about this crazy drunk guy in my building. He's fucking hilarious. He doesn't live here anymore, but since I saw him, it brought back some memories, and I thought it was a good story to tell. Anyways, hopefully that painted a good enough picture for you. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below if you enjoyed the Call of Duty gameplay. And other than that, have a great day, you sexy studs.